What's going on, traders? Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. Make sure you watch the whole video because at the end I will be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway for anybody in the Discord group, for 2 people to get the Patreon membership free for 1 month for getting 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing. Let me know in the comments down below which pairs you're watching this week, and stay tuned. Alright, so starting off with the US dollar, as you can see, this upward trend line has now been broken, creating this supply zone right here. Pretty decent supply zone. Not a fan of the base, but it's a pretty strong zone because it took out a trend line and this opposing zone. So I am kind of expecting to see something like that happen on the daily time frame over time. How long it'll take, I'm pretty unsure of how long it will take. As you can see on the 4-hour chart, we have been reacting off of this nearest supply zone that I've had drawn for a while now, reacting off of it nicely, and you know that's what I'm seeing in the dollar for now. If you're gonna short the dollar, I would at least wait for price to come up to this daily time frame here and start reacting off of this supply, unless we do see some sort of reaction down here, and then we don't really have much in this area to stop price. So looks like shorting the dollar might be a decent opportunity for this upcoming week. On to EURUSD, the call reports show that their long percentage still remains 73% to 27% short. They actually added 4,000 longs and added 800 shorts this week, but clearly they've been adding to their longs, which is kind of showing me that we will see a move up in the euro. If you just watch the DXY breakdown, similar picture but in reverse. New demand formed here, so we could see something like this happen on the euro. Basically, what I'm waiting for to start to look for longs on the 1-hour time frame is for this daily supply to be removed, and then I'll start to look for longs again, or for this to be removed down here to start to look for shorts again. If we go down to like the 4-hour time frame right here, we're reacting off of this supply right here, so you could have had maybe a 15-minute confirmation in there. Would have been pretty risky since the 4-hour is sideways. I'd much prefer to be trending. And on the 1-hour here, we're reacting off of this 1-hour supply that's also inside the 1-hour supply as well, 4-hour supply as well. All right, looking at Aussie USD, they still remain 50-50% long to short as the call reports are showing us. Looking at the daily time frame here, we have a zone removed and a trend line removed, so this zone's very strong. So if price does come back into here, I definitely will be looking for a 1-hour momentum shift to the upside. But if that doesn't happen and price keeps going up, what I'm going to be doing to look for pullbacks in the Aussie dollar is waiting for this supply to be removed because we're a little too close to it right now. So I'd want to see that supply be removed and then maybe look for buys on the 1-hour or the 4-hour time frame, because then we would be able to also connect a trend line. And if the trend line is connected out this way, then a pullback down here would be within that trend line, so that'd be very high odds in my opinion. So basically for the Aussie dollar, I'm waiting for this 4-hour supply to be removed, or we could see the 4-hour supply hold and then get price back down to this daily time frame, which, like I said earlier, I will be looking for a 1-hour momentum shift in this area. Looking at GBPUSD, the British pound, last week they added 6,800 longs and they actually got rid of 4,000 shorts, which actually increased their percentage from 55% long to now 61%. And it's pretty obvious on the chart they removed their supply here. To me, it was pretty obvious that they were actually just taking profits up at these levels, and they created this new demand zone here that broke that supply. So I actually made a whole video on the British pound, so I'm not going to get too into detail. Go check that out. I posted that yesterday. Basically what I'm waiting for, real quick, I'll just explain it. I am waiting for this, kind of like the Aussie dollar I just said, waiting for this supply to be removed, and then I will start to look for longs, most likely on the 1-hour after that happens. All right, looking at USDJPY, and just a reminder that these are the call reports. I do switch around to match up with the pair. So really, it says right here they're 70% short, but they're actually 70% long on the Japanese yen. But looking at the chart, there was new supply created right here, kind of similar to all the other pairs we're seeing. So a very strong zone. Could see something like that, and most likely a new zone form right around this trend line, and a breakdown is what I'm kind of expecting to happen. So I'm kind of staying away from this pair, waiting for that to happen, or I'm waiting for this supply to be removed to start looking for longs. So it's basically one of those two options. On the smaller time frames like the 4 hour, we are sideways in the 4 hour up on my top right. Reacted very nicely off of this supply, which I've had drawn for a while. Some decent demand down here. I'm not a huge fan of that. I just don't like trading in these markets where the daily is sideways. As far as the 1 hour goes, you have a nice little demand zone here actually. I like this zone because I think as the Patreon members know, they probably can tell the strength of these zones where, you know, two of the zones are removed. You had one zone removed here, and another flip zone removed here as well. So that's a very strong 1 hour zone. I personally wouldn't be doing it, but I mean, you could somewhat look for a 5-minute momentum shift in there, but I just don't really day trade these levels. So I'm just waiting for the daily to show direction. USDCAD, looking at the call reports, they added 4,000 longs and got rid of some shorts on the pair, so they still remain 56% short on USDCAD. Had a nice reaction off this supply zone. Nothing I would really take. The daily is sideways, so it's kind of tough for now. I'd have to either see new highs broken here to start looking to buy, or if I'm going to start looking to sell based on the daily time frame trending, I'd want that to be removed. As far as the 4 hour time frame goes, nice reaction off of this 4 hour zone here. The 4 hour is on a downtrend. Two zones removed. Nice short here. Two zones removed, very strong, kind of like I just talked about on the Japanese yen. Similar concept. As far as the 1 hour goes, we have a couple demand zones that we're going to need removed here. So basically, if this downtrend is going to continue, we need to see these two demand zones removed. And then on the 4 hour chart, it'll actually be new lows, and we can reconnect this trend line. All right, looking at USDCHF. Call reports show that they're 72% short this pair, 28% long. So I am expecting some further move to the downside. I think we're just seeing a little hiccup here. I have this nice supply zone here, but right now we're kind of just stuck between supply and demand. So I don't like to trade these consolidation type markets where we're stuck in between supply and demand. What I like to do is wait for the banks to show their direction. Are they going to remove demand to start pushing up to the downside, or are they going to remove supply to start pushing up to the upside? I don't know. I'm not going to guess. You can take confirmation trades in these areas. That's just not my style. I haven't really tested that. So basically what I'm waiting for is this daily to show me the direction that it wants to go, and that works for all time frames too. It's not just the daily. If the 4 hours is your higher time frame here, well, in this situation, what you'd want to do is wait for this demand to be removed to continue the downtrend, or for this trend line to be removed to turn to go sideways, and then eventually have, you know, some sort of supply up here removed as well. So as far as the USDCAD goes, I'm not seeing much on here. Had some pretty big moves, so it's hard to track a lot of the zones in those situations, but overall I am pretty bearish on this pair. All right, looking at gold, call reports shows that they're actually getting rid of some of their longs, added a few shorts. Not really surprised. We are seeing this move down in gold. On the daily time frame, we are in a downtrend, reacted off of this trend line, so it's still holding. Keep in mind we are in a monthly area of demand, so you know, for me, for gold, I'm not really planning on shorting gold based on all the higher time frames, but for me to start going long on gold, I have to see a couple of these supply zones removed for me to feel pretty comfortable. But you know, we could see this trend line break. On the 4 hour, we had this zone drawn out for quite a while. This one worked. I know some guys in the group had something like this drawn out as a zone. I didn't really like it. I didn't see it remove anything, but to me, I saw this zone remove this zone, and look at that, works perfectly. So on the 4 hour, it's all sideways. On the 1 hour, though, it is on a downtrend in the 1 hour. Supply or demand zones are being removed, so not a bad idea. You could definitely buy pullbacks. If anything, I would be shorting gold right now, not really going long. If anything, I'm not a fan based on the higher time frames, because I do think gold will have its day very soon. So I kind of have a little bit of a bias when it comes to gold, but you know, as for now, you could it's up to you. It depends on what time frame you're trading as well, but I would just keep in mind that the 4 hour is sideways and the daily is on a downtrend, so we're seeing some consolidation on, you know, the 4 hour and the 1 hour. All right, looking at oil, call reports show they're still adding to their longs, and I'm not really surprised. I do have talked about how I think oil is going pretty high up, so they're still 79% long. They actually just removed this supply zone on the daily, one of these two. So I'm gonna have to remove that later, but I'm expecting oil to keep rallying. Right now I've been holding off because of this daily supply, so I want to see that removed first. On the 4 hour, there's hasn't been many pullbacks. There was this zone here. I wasn't 100% sure to say that this was removed. Clearly it wasn't removed because look at the reaction off of this zone again, and it's right at the trend line actually, which just kind of sketches me out a little bit. But as far as the 1 hour goes, even though we're in this daily area of supply, if something like this happens and we get a pullback down to this 1 hour demand zone, like I'm telling you right now, I like this zone a lot. I'm not saying I'm gonna buy this zone. If I do, it'll probably be somewhat small risk based on the daily, but this zone's very strong in my opinion. It removed this trend line and this opposing zone, but we could see a whole nother zone formed like that where we have to draw a whole other zone, something like this, and then that would basically invalidate this zone, because it wouldn't be, I'm not going to get into it, but it would basically invalidate that zone. But very bullish on oil, just waiting for this daily supply to be removed or waiting for a pullback. Alright everyone, thanks again for watching all the way to the end of the video. Now I just want to say I'm going to be giving away 1 month free of the Patreon membership, and it'll also be the rest of February as well. There will be 2 winners, and the reason I'm doing this is because I got 1,000 subscribers this week, and I really appreciate it, so I just wanted to give back a little bit. Basically what the Patreon group is, it's usually $5 a month CAD, that's the price, and you basically get all of my zones, my trend, and my trend line tracker, all of that stuff updated daily, multiple times throughout the day on the weekly, daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour chart. I think I have like 15 members now, so there's quite a few people in there. And after this, there will be 2 more for free. Just wanted to give back a little bit. And the way to enter is make sure you like this video. Let me know, leave a comment down below to let me know you watched the video. Number 2, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and join the Discord group, which is where you will enter. I'm basically going to make a little subcategory for entering, and I think I'm just going to do like a random number generator or something like that. And I'm probably going to announce the winner at some point in the weekend. Maybe actually Monday I'll announce the winner. Number 3, share the video if you want to. I know a lot of people aren't going to want to do that, but if you want to share the video, it'd be much appreciated. Get more people to the channel, and then I can start growing the channel more and do more videos that can help you guys out. So yeah, so with that being said, enter to join, enter to win. There'll be 2 winners, like I said. Getting pretty good value out of it. It'll be the rest of February and all of March as well. So it's a pretty good deal. Hope a lot of people enter. I'd like to see at least 10 people enter. So hopefully it's not just 5, and I can get more people in. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to enter and join the Discord group. It's all free. Cheers. Have a great trading week.